Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by KOG & Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement. Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
What up, what up? Welcome back to That Boom Bap. I am your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find my ass anywhere at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We're on a few other places. YouPorn, Pornhub. We're everywhere, man. We out here getting it. And, of course, I'm sitting with the lovely, the NWA in spirit, the lighter than light bright that she can be, Layla E. Layla, what up, though?
What's up? That was the best intro you've ever given me.
No, I'm going to keep changing that shit up, too. I'm going to just keep giving you stuff,
yes,
right?
Please.
That's what we do.
I love it. I love
sharing,
it.
Sharing,
love
like.
it.
Like the high bun. I see you. I see what you're doing over there.
It's probably going to change in 10 minutes.
That's fine. We're going to do that shit. We'll change it at the cue for the commercial. And, of course, sitting with the general over there.
What up, man?
The sergeant over there. None other than the New York Knickerbocker himself.
I'll
International Reign Supreme.
What up, G?
Yeah,
What up, man?
Dark motherfucker. I love it. Thank you. Dark. Damn it.
Shot fired. Don, we see you.
I got to correct you on something, though.
Please do.
We, because you said we.
We.
You can find us, or we, on porn.
What'd I say?
And you.
Oh, I said we?
I am not.
What did I say? You can find us?
I am not. I am not in that,
You ain't got a Tumblr?
I don't have an account. I just go on there.
Adult Tumblr?
I'm not there.
All right. Let's
Not
bet.
there.
It's all good.
Not on Triple X videos?
I'm not there.
AshleyMadison.com?
My porn is private.
Nah, I'm just asking
I'm
questions.
going to kill
man.
you from a Linda,
I'm just
okay?
asking questions.
Chop,
man.
chop.
my porn
asking
is
questions.
more private, man.
Chucko, what up? We see you on Facebook Live. It's Don. Thank you. We aim for excellence around here, my dear. And of course, Mo is in the building.
What up, Monique?
E, I see you.
Elise.
Check out Elise from Intermission. She's in the
Yes,
building.
yes. Thank you for tuning in, and for those who follow us on www.thesphere.tv, please check out Intermission, which is a really dope show. Good
Fucking
shit coming
fire.
down the pike for them, man.
Fire. And
Absolutely.
of course, we got a young man that's returning to the table today, someone that graced the stage, shall you say it, and really left his mark to where we were all in a damn good mood and vibe. The impressions were dope as fuck, and you got the literal sense of someone that understands the culture of hip-hop, someone that appreciates it, and someone that can actually argue their point of view from it, none other than the main man, King Tut. What up?
What it do, what it do. DJ King Tut back in the house. It's DJ King Tut, baby. Follow me anywhere. If you don't know, you know now. Let's get it.
Oh, he
Boy,
ready.
That's right.
Ready.
Ready, kids.
Ready.
You gonna see me
Mixtape
pull that,
ready.
what's that Homer Simpson? My ass just gonna slide
In the bushes.
and be out of here. Real fucking
You
rap.
see what he doing?
You-
He doing
I'm
that
just
shit
saying.
doing it again.
He doing that
I
shit
do it
again.
again.
I just sow seeds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a creative. I like to create. I build. I may
Yes.
create a team that works really well. And then, I love to create. This is what we do.
I'm sorry, but
Look
we
at this
also
brother
need
trying
the
to Phil
person that got
Jackson
the
the
dope
team.
teas on the show, too.
Wake up, Mr.
Yo,
West.
Yeah, that is
Yo,
a dope
fire.
team, man.
Shit, wake
Check
up.
out my Snapchat for
Wake
his
up.
little
Listen to shoes.
Where?
The
intro
shoes
with
is
his
fire.
shoes.
The shoes
I
is
may
fire.
pop one off and drop it on the table for a product
Hey.
shot. I may do something. Who knows, man? But something that we're doing right now, happy holidays to everybody that's tuned in. We want to let y'all know that we're doing a couple of great things. One in particular that we're doing is we're launching our Patreon exclusive stuff. We have been diligently working behind the scenes to start putting curated content together from all the shows on the network, but specifically, Boom Bap got an opportunity to get together and crank out our Boom Bap First Listen, where we basically listen to an album all together for the first time ever. We want to show y'all a little bit of that. Sit back and let's rock out for a little bit.
I ain't know
It's
that
our
was
first
coming.
time first seeing it.
Nice.
Gangsta.
You know what? Okay.
Gangsta.
Okay, I can rock with that.
What up, what up, what up?
Oh, that was
Welcome
that
back to That Boom Bap. Guess what? This is only for you all. This is our Patreon exclusive. I'm in the building, as you can see right now. We're sitting with the lovely Layla E. Layla, what up,
Hey
though?
y'all, this is so fun.
It's something different for the
Exciting,
people.
whatnot.
For the people, where can the good people reach you at, as always?
Layla_E1.
That's what it
And
is.
then once you're there, you'll see everything else.
Shit is popping.
Yeah.
Shit is popping. And of course, we got our main man, International Reem Supreme.
Absolutely.
What up, my G? You good?
You know, I don't know why I gave you
man.
that.
You brought the,
It's okay.
the
It was
drink
something
in
It
here?
had to be the
Yeah,
liquor.
man. You know,
Yeah.
we kicking back.
Don't
It's,
blame
it's
him.
a Saturday night.
You are not T-Pain, baby.
What did he say? Why the hell I'm drinking? What Jay say? Why the hell I'm drinking?
Nah, the hell would I be drinking?
Grey Goose, or is it Grey
Nah,
Goose?
nah.
While Puff got Ciroc, y'all niggas just stop.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah. But anyway, this is that exclusive. This exclusive for you all, for the Patreon folks. I want to say thank y'all so much for supporting what we do here at the Sphere. It's because of you all that we're able to grow, that we're able to continue to push forward and build excellence into our studio space, let alone other things that we want to do and deliver to you all. This is our first listens. This is a Boom Bap exclusive. We're gonna listen to. We haven't listened to an album, and we're in to tell you what we do. We're gonna listen to it without stopping, no skips, no repeats, no pauses. The album's just gonna rock out, and we're gonna talk about each song as it happens, from intro to outro, from start to fucking finish. And it just is what it is. And y'all are just kicking it with us. We're actually in one of the offices here. We're not even in the main studio. So we're kicking back in the office. So totally different vibe.
His office.
And this is here we go. But this is for you. We do this for you. So thank you so much. And let's get into this Boom Bap Patreon exclusive. This is our first listens of Meek Mill.
Champions, baby. Shout out to the Eagles right now.
All right, so we're going to let this shit rock out. Let's go.
You know, it is what it is with the Eagles, man. They
You
the
did the
champions.
samples? Yeah. That's that Phil Collins?
Shit, Phil Collins.
I see, okay, I see you, Meek. So, I see you, Meek. So, and we just want to give y'all a little snippet of what we're rocking with, right? So, literally, that album is 69 something minutes or some shit like that. It's over an hour. So we literally rock out for the whole hour, sitting back, we're drinking, we're cracking fucking jokes.
Sharing food.
We're just talking shit. We're in our
Brisket, baked
element.
potatoes.
And, exactly, right? And at the same time, we're reviewing this fucking album for the first time that we've heard it. So you're getting a true experience, that true... how do I say this? From a creative perspective, you're seeing the facial expressions, you're seeing the initial responses to things that we're hearing, that we're feeling at the moment. You're getting that authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Foreign Exchange. Authenticity. That's what you're getting on that Boom Bap First Listens, these Patreon exclusives. So make sure y'all sign up on fucking Patreon, yo. You want to go to sphere.tv/Patreon. It'll drop you right over to our Patreon page, and then you can hit our tier, join our tiers on the right-hand side in order to be able to get these Patreon exclusives. So we're launching this fresh in prime. I'm about to sign up, goddammit, because I want the content. So I'm going to get the content via Patreon and get my alerts. But that tier 2, you'll be able to hop into that, grab these first listens as we drop them. We've got monthly first listens coming. We've got other stuff from other shows coming. You're going to get weekly content inside of that Patreon exclusive area. So keep that shit in mind. It's coming down the pipe. Happy fucking holidays.
And before you move on, what I really want to get in real quick is, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that we have the same reaction and conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel the album changed up some more after What Is Free? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the the club records that he did. How do you feel about the Drake song? The song that Drake is on or whatever. So like you said, the reactions that we have are all at the moment, especially Layla's reactions to a couple of things. So it's definitely dope to have a lady in the building while we going through
I'm
it.
such a dork. I'm happy y'all appreciate me for who I am.
And we do.
I'm a dork. You ain't have to say that with so much emphasis. What's that mean?
I'm just being honest. Like we honestly do appreciate you. And migrating from a guest into a co-host beat. It's a blessing to have you at this table. Just keep
I love
it a
y'all,
buck.
bros.
Yeah,
Like
it leans it out, gets it right.
Right.
But speaking of Meek Mill, let's hop into the
Track of the week.
So. That's what's up, folks. Let's rock out with it. You've heard it by now. The internet has been buzzing surrounding this thing. This is Meek Mill off his championship album. We're talking about What's Free, featuring Rick Ross and, of course, our main man, Jay-Z. Let's let this rock out.
Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Told my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, I stay true. Pray my niggas stay free. Made a few mistakes, but this ain't where I wanna be. Before I'm judged by 12, put a 12 on my feet. Told my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true.
Man, this hook is so real.
Just a lad I was cunning, just got a pad out in London. I keep stacking my money, I need a ladder by summer. 8K shots, niggas ducking straight shots. Been a top dog, that's before the K dots. Cracking in no.
So let me just ask this, man.
I miss Ross.
Song,
I ain't gonna lie, man.
First and foremost, what do y'all think about the sample choice on this song? We'll start with the guests today. Tut, what do you think about this sample, man?
I will never throw this in rice. This is fire. It's absolutely amazing. Like, What's Beef is a classic record, and a sample that. And then you put one of the greatest of all times, arguably the greatest, in Hove on it.
Yeah.
And then you put Ross, who bodies bad beats. Like, Ross's beat selection is nuts. We talked about it last time.
Yeah.
And then you got Meek talking that different talk. He talking that grown up talk. Yo, this record go hard. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna correlate it real quick. The reason that Swiss said he had that song with Jay and Jada and somebody else he put on his album,
I think Nas was on that too.
I think so. He didn't want people to skip his album and go right to that song. This song, in a lot of ways, has overshadowed Championships, in my opinion. That's all the internet's talking about. As dope as Meek's album is, this song is overshadowed it. And I think it goes because Jay's verse is so impeccable.
Yeah.
Ross, for the hip hop heads, is talking that shit.
Yeah.
And you got Meek coming with that different feel, with that grown-up feel. He came out of prison, got the prison reform thing going on. He talking that real. This song is amazing. This song is absolutely fire.
I 100% agree. I just forgot that Meek was on it, to be honest with you. But that was it. I mean, you have two powerhouses. You have Jay-Z, you have Rick Ross. So he kind of faded a little bit in the background to me, but that does not take away that this is an amazing ass track on the album.
And it gave Ross a chance to say his piece. One of the lines he said in there was, I've been rocking this shit for 10 years and still I'm not on anyone's top 5 list. I'm nobody's favorite. He took he took the opportunity to body or kick Tekashi 6ix9ine while he was down, but truth is truth, right? And that's pretty much what we all demand from our hip-hop heroes and artists anyway, is just keep it real, be truthful. And if that's what was on your heart at the time, then so be it. With Meek's verse, I like that he's not, yelling. He's not his normal self. He's a little bit more laid back. Yeah, he just,
why I forgot about him.
he just got to get off what's on his chest. The thing that I didn't realize until after we had listened to the track was the track is actually 6 minutes long, and that's very rare for any rap song to be that long. And the reason why it's that long is because Hove took over the motherfucking song.
He did.
Hove went straight into 444, man, and you know what? I like that space that he's in.
That grown man.
Slim Thug did it with American King, where he did the big homie approach, and now with us always looking up to Jay as the big homie, now he's officially the big homie with more of that 444 talk.
Well, let's
let
hear
it rock
some
out.
of it. Yeah.
That's my piece. 100% a title to bust it up with my G's. Smokes my niggas won't ever work together. You run a checker, but they never give you leverage. No red hat, don't Michael and Prince me and Ye. They separate you when you got Michael and Prince's DNA. I ain't one of these house niggas you bought. My house like a resort. My house bigger than yours. My spot. Come on, man. My route better, of course. We started without food in our mouth. They gave us pork and pig intestines. Shit you discarded that we ingested. We made the project a wave. You came back, reinvested and gentrified it. Took niggas sense of pride. Now how that's free? When them people stole the soul and hit niggas with 360s.
Come on.
I ain't got $1 billion streams, got $1 billion.
I feel disrespectful cutting them off.
Yo, it's one of those tracks where there's so much honesty and truth in that.
Real shit.
In that there's something in it that we can all relate to, that we have now come to truly appreciate from Hov. This is how do youth saying that shit now? This is free Jay. Like, this ain't just free Jay. This dude is free. Like, this is, I mean, really free.
Yeah.
But that's what $1 billion will do for you. That's what distribution, owning the distribution mechanism will do for you in
Right.
hip hop. You don't need anybody else. You can put your own content out because you own the distribution channel. We've never seen that before at this level.
Well,
this is excellent.
We would have seen that according to Jay Prince's book. If you get a chance to check it out, Jay Prince, Suge Knight, and Irv Gotti was going to team up together and put a distribution company together. As soon as they got that opportunity, that's where the feds came in and started fucking with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and on that note, not to, sidebar this or anything, but Showtime has a documentary on Suge Knight that's coming out. I retweeted it on Twitter, so hit me up at That Boom Bap to scroll through the shit. You'll find it. Yo, I'm excited for it because this is the first time the OG gets this, talk his talk, and it's all about him and nobody else.
Right.
That's real stuff. So, let's talk about some dope shit. This portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Well, Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com. And use coupon code DOPE for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now because sizes are selling out fast.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Get that shit.
Shot.
I'm going to give Facebook Live a few more minutes because I want to say, what's up, Dawn? We see you. She said, love it. Kind of feel like Rick Ross didn't get the memo on the theme of the song. I will say that shit.
That's
like
real. You know what?
Yeah.
I ain't even realized that until she said it.
He was
like,
on some other shit.
Yeah. Nah,
But
all I want is realness, man. Listen, I'm looking dead at the camera, whatever camera we on. All I want from y'all is realness, man. If you're doing that, then you do that, man. Don't talk that shit you ain't about.
Yeah, idols become rivals.
Word.
Ross was real on that. Like, he was like, yo, we're gonna have these conversations. So for him to speak on Tekashi and his situation, and because Tekashi chose not to listen to Fat Joe when Fat Joe literally on
dumbass.
told
you know
him.
what? It was too late by then. Because
Well,
nobody know.
yeah.
Listen, man, the feds don't be like, oh, let's go get you.
Yeah,
Nah, when they get you, they got you.
Yeah, they
so
been
by
on
then,
you.
it was way too late.
And you from New York. Like, don't they
No,
have their
no,
own
no,
hip hop task force?
I don't answer those kind of questions.
In New York.
Police.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That may
saying.
or may
Like,
not be
that's
true.
the wrong
Rumor
place
has
to be.
it. Rumor has it.
Rumor
Man,
has
I saw
that.
them in
May or may not be
documentaries.
Allegedly.
But yeah, Tekashi wasn't listening. He listened to Charlamagne. He listened to Lord Jamar on Vlad TV. He didn't listen to Fat Joe. He didn't listen to nobody who tried to give him and warn him about everything. So although the content of the song doesn't match Ross's verse, like you said, the realness fits in.
Oh, yeah.
And really, if you talk about what's free, Tekashi won't be free at least until September of next year, because that's when his trial was pushed back to. So if you want to keep it a buck, that's what it is.
He gonna need a
and that's-
touch up on them colors on his head.
And that's
gonna be
if
back
everything
El
goes through
Natural,
his
like-
way, man. 'Cause,
Mexicano.
Shit gonna be pastels in your motherfucking head. But I think overall, though, I mean, and this kind of migrates us into a general conversation. But before I do that, Facebook Live, we love y'all. We support y'all.
Oh, no,
Thank
he
y'all so
didn't.
much. We love y'all, Facebook.
That was
But we
foul,
gotta
man.
go. We got to get out of here. We got a whole show to do. King Tut's in the building. We popping up in here. We're about to talk more about what's free, and then of course we're gonna dive into our JID album review. But you gotta go subscribe. So head over to sphere.tv/. Boom Bap. We've got a few options for you. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeart. We on fucking Spotify. We're in your mama's kitchen cooking up that work on that Amazon Alexa. All you gotta do is install the Spreaker skill. We're rocking, folks. And at the same time, share this shit out. Share with your family, your friends, your colleagues, side chicks. Share with anyone you know that wants to rock out with Boom Bap. Get that authentic hip hop ideas. The personas that we invoke in conversation is the shit that the principles are built on. That's what we're doing here on That Boom Bap. And give us some constructive criticism, because sometimes we fuck up. Players fuck up too. So help us build better shows for you all. So give us that criticism. Hit them stars, those likes, those dislikes, so we can continue to grow and make this the show that it needs to be. And last but not least, we're doing something special for the month of December. So we are supporting the Why Hunger Initiative via their Hungerthon 2018 post and strategic give back. So head over to sphere.tv/Hungerthon. There you can donate one time, and 100% of all donations will go into the Why Hunger campaign to ensure that we are saving America and this world from the battles of hunger. So we're doing some dope shit this year for this holiday season. 'Tis the season. Make sure you stay tuned in and subscribe right here at the Sphere. So, is Jay-Z's verse of the year?
No.
Thank you. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's verse of the year.
Thank you. What do you think?
I think that it has its possibility. You're talking about on what's free, right? Is it not in? I think it could be top 5.
Top 5 verses of the year.
Yeah, let me not say number 1 of the year.
What's okay, so with that? What about the verse really puts you in that position to say, you know what, top 5?
I mean, it does just sound like a 444 borrowed verse that he probably forgot to put on the album and just threw it on.
Since
his
he ain't
album.
writing shit,
you
right?
know,
So it's like, fuck it.
I mean, his album did come out in one of the best years, comparing it to 2018, which was last year. Yeah, we back on that.
I'm staying on it with you. I'm with you.
I just feel Jay-Z in general. Like I can't even give you like a straight up answer on why. I just felt everything that he was saying in that moment,
Gotcha.
and it was just like, damn.
But hit you with the 3/5 a slave. Like, that's real rap.
Talking about Thanksgiving sound like a murder to me.
Come
like,
on, because it was like, this is real shit.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, it was just like, I think more so because it was memorable because we were in the room together listening to it, and we couldn't replay it back. So when I got in the car, I replayed. I was like, damn. And it's been a minute. Like, I was expecting to say maybe one of the verses of the year would have came from a Lil Wayne album, but the Carter 5 disappointed in that way. So we can't even have that.
Sorry.
What?
Throw it in rice.
That's funny shit. Yo.
Revive that mug, right?
Yo.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But who are y'all feeling so far as varsity? Because that's something that I don't think about. I don't think about that.
I like the Nas verse off the Swiss album. I think my thing about it, as much as I like Nasir the album, I really would have loved the album. I really would have loved Nas's album to sound more like that Swiss verse. I thought that was dope. A verse I think that slept on heavy is when it came out, it was lit. The Eminem Chloroseptic remix when he came out and shot at everybody who was throwing shade at Revival. It came out early this year, which was super dope. I mean, I've been drug talk wise, some of that Benny. Broken bottles, he got some lit on there. So it's a bunch of different stuff. But I mean, Black Thought has some stuff on his latest project.
Absolutely.
So
Part 2.
it's just hard. It's just really, like I said before, it's just consuming so much music at this point.
Yeah. My first vote is for AZ's verse from the Golden Buddha, Fast Not Slow with Planet Asia. Just incredible wizardry, man. Just so smooth, so dope, and so classic AZ. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm not really moved by the verse from Jay is because I've been listening to Jay for years. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to battle Jay after he did away with the game and after he did away with 50 Cent and everyone else. And that's why I always tip my hat to Ross, because Ross is one of the only dudes to survive a battle with 50 Cent. it's kind of weird because no one wants to give him like the victory, but I give him the victory for it, right?
He gets a W.
He came out and he continued to kick dirt on 50 whenever he felt like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever goes back for more. He went back for more. But with Jay's verse, you know, he's at a point where he could say these things and it's not money, cash, hoes. It ain't, you know, it ain't a song about Pippin. So anything that comes from Jay at this point that's so far different, that's 444 Jay and not, you know,
Blueprint 2
Jay is
Yeah.
seen as, oh, you know, it's dope. And like I had argued before, like, yo, come on, we're gonna argue about a conscious verse from the best MC in the world. Like, he's one of the best MCs in the world. He could go conscious as easy as he could go back to flipping bricks and everything else.
Would the verse be as powerful if he went back to talking about flipping bricks and all the other
Yeah,
shit?
because he gets respected either way. Like he said, my corporate niggas be like, nah, hold on, talk that shit. My corporate thugs niggas be like, nah, Hov, talk that shit.
Yeah.
He has the ability to walk that fine line. Hov could do, you know, I'm from New York with Alicia Keys and then do some shit with Benny, and it sounds dope. Like,
Yeah,
it is what
real
it
rap.
is. So for, you know, verses of the year, I think it's great. I love it. I'm glad that, you know, he took the time to address the whole Ye situation because he wasn't dissing Ye. If anything, he complimented him. I just want to make sure when he said, you know, they tend to compare you or pit you against each other when you got Prince and Michael Jackson's DNA.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jay is Michael and Ye is Prince,
Pretty
right?
much.
In that regard.
Yeah.
But right now, as far as what's ringing in my head for verses of the year, it's definitely AZ for Fast Not Slow. And I'm leaning real hard on the verse from Conway on the 1982 project with him, Chris Rivers, and of course Terminology.
That whole
he
track.
fucking bodied that shit though, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on
That
that.
Rey Mysterio, though, on that bread from The Alchemist. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you ain't saying nothing from The Alchemist.
Well,
Fuck.
you know what? I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag. I was gonna wait until our review to say this, but my vote for producer of the year is Alchemist.
Hands down. Yeah.
Hands down.
Well, hardest working
He's
guy
been
this
putting
year.
in work.
Hands
He's
down.
doing that
Yeah.
old school Lil Wayne mixtape drops.
Yeah,
yeah,
Type
yeah.
shit.
And don't get me wrong, like, you know, we don't talk about the Will I Made It. We don't talk about the DJ Mustards.
Will I made it? Yeah.
Yeah, Will I Made It. I mean it will. You know, no disrespect, but you know, we don't talk about them as much.
That
But
was
I'm
cute.
paying attention to what they're doing, and when I give out this victory, man, it's really based on quantity and quality and what he's doing outside the camp. Like the joint he did for Wiz Khalifa is fucking retarded. It's dope. You know, that joint right there is probably one of the best that Wiz put out over the last couple of years on some street shit. You know, so when you want, you know, great production. And then the funny thing is, look at Tana Talk. Tana Talk is divided equally between Derringer and Alchemist.
Yeah.
Not taking anything away from Derringer. I love Derringer, man. Derringer brought back that eerie street Wu-Tang shit to me, in my opinion, right? But when you listen through Tana Talk, you like, yeah. You get to the Alchemist shit, you be like, yeah. All right. And you know, with Benny, his flow and style don't change much between, you know, the productions because they're kind of the same at the end of the day. But it's just something
But now
magical
you're bringing
with
up a
that
whole
dude,
nother
man.
topic because we ain't talking about producers of the year because we can probably talk about that
Nah,
all day.
when we wrap up the
He's
year,
bringing it up on us
nah,
again, G.
real talk. When
You
we
see
wrap
how
up
what
the
he doing,
year,
right?
dog, I wraps up the year. I'm
Yeah.
paying attention from January 1 to
He tryna
December
get us,
31.
y'all.
And it's the 6th. This nigga out here marketing the goddamn
That's what
the,
I'm
the
saying.
top
He
10 show.
doing it again.
And I appreciate good marketing on the top 10 show because this particular portion of the show is sponsored by us right here at the Sphere.
Hey.
So, are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
Duck, motherfucker! Oh, I love that shit.
You got
Yo.
your Tim's on today?
Nah.
Nah.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
man. How do y'all walk
Hilarious,
into
man.
them things heavy? I tried
Same
some
way
on for
y'all
the first
walk
time the
in
other day.
fucking LeBoutons.
LeBounds.
Really?
So
Get on my
One
damn
step at a
nerves.
time, right? That's how you walk in them? That's how I walk in my tips.
I want to talk a little bit about some other album shit, but fuck it, we don't have to. We don't have
What do you
to.
I was
mean?
ready for that.
No, what, the multicultural versus street
The
shit?
soundtrack.
You want to talk about it?
Soundtracks.
You
Yeah, you
good?
told that earlier.
I mean,
That's going to be
You
a
in
very
on it?
short conversation. I'm
Go
going to
ahead,
call
what
that
you got
now.
on
Might as well
soundtrack?
get it out of the way.
taking stuff over.
What you got? I was gonna go into JID because shit, we're looking at time.
Get on my dick. Get on my dick.
You know what? Let's just get into JID. I just want to say one thing though. Creed 2 soundtrack great. I don't feel like soundtracks are the same like they used to back in the
They're not.
90s.
No.
And that's a whole nother
This ain't
topic.
no
And I
above
think
the
we should
rim.
talk about it next week.
Right.
So, all right, real
Boomerang.
quick.
Come on.
No, I ain't
Nah,
not
real
real
Come
quick.
on, man. When soundtracks were albums.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This ain't that no more.
Thank
This is
you.
for G and King. Yo, real talk, man. Outside of Black Panther, Creed 2, over the last, let's say, 5 years, what's a dope soundtrack?
Come on.
Give me 3.
Come on. Creed, the first one, maybe. I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
like-
what I'm saying.
A
No,
lot
real
of them
rap.
aren't
Oh, yeah,
memorable.
yeah.
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
know.
you're right. You're right. Like no one knows. Like the art of the soundtrack is completely dead. Like the reason why it's coming up now is because we got 2 phenomenal soundtracks this year: Black Panther,
Yep.
Creed 2. That's the only reason. And people have said it's not quite the 90s, but you get kind of a 90s feel because it's like a complete album. Yo, say what you want to say. Black Panther soundtrack can be
was an album.
Is an album,
Yeah, it's a
and,
TDE album.
it's literally exactly.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
compilation
TDE
album.
Yeah, it's a
album.
TDE album.
It was, you know what? We're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about it because you shouldn't have brought it up. Now I want to talk about it. Yes, I'm disappointed at Black Panther, okay? Very disappointed. Was it a great album? Yes. Should it have been entitled the Black Panther soundtrack? Hell no. Am I the only one that feels that we had so much hype on Black Panther, right? Wakanda, live forever and all of this great stuff. So why
sounds
wasn't
like
the
shade.
album multicultural though? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't we have Afro beats? Why didn't we have Caribbean beats? Why didn't we have an influx of different black music put into Black Panther? I didn't want to hear a
You being
TDE
put into
album.
it as in the movie or put into it just on the album?
Well, both, because if you really think about it, the whole hype around Black Panther is that first of all, he's not the first black superhero, but he's the first major black superhero to be put on a major
Blade actually
screen.
hold it down.
Man,
Just
we
letting you
here.
know.
We
What's
here.
up?
So for us and for him to be from the continent, not country for some of you folks, of Africa, and to be the most powerful country in Africa, right? And hidden, I would expect to hear a lot of those drum patterns. I would expect to hear culture, and I didn't. All I heard was a West Coast album, Compton Part 2. Yeah. I mean,
Miss
that's
me
what
with
it
that
was.
bullshit.
I wouldn't say it's Compton Part 2. I actually enjoyed Compton.
Man, we were waiting on Detox, not Compton from Dr. Dre.
In the
Just
voice,
saying.
in the voice of Kendrick Lamar. Miss me with that bullshit.
Are you sure it wasn't JID?
Yo,
Yeah, I'm sure.
real rap. Okay.
So let's just get into the JID
Okay.
album. I said what I had to say. Got it
so
off my chest.
let's walk into our album review.
Hey.
So this week's album review. Yes, I heard the sound.
Do it again. I didn't hear it.
Yes, I've been waiting on that.
Hey.
So that's the moment that I forgot her name, but she's swinging her staff, and it makes this warrior sound. That's actually a traditional sound out of a particular tribe in Africa that they make when they're getting battle ready. So that's a
Mike.
true sound. I love that. I mentioned it
So-
one show. I
so
was like, I
does-
would love to
Mike.
have that.
Doesn't that put a little culture in the soundtrack?
it puts a
does.
culture to That Boom Bap podcast.
Oh, we'll roll with
Thank
that.
you, Mike.
So this
That's a
to-
snippet.
Exactly, right? So today's album review comes from our main man over at TDE, JID.
Hey.
And this is
Dreamville.
Dreamville. Shit, yeah, I'm talking TDE. I got TDE stuck on TDE. Over at Dreamville, This is the second part to his EP, DiCaprio, with DiCaprio 2. Let's let this shit rock out.
Maturation, process rap game too saturated, grabulated, masturbation on the face, acting patient, so complacent, comfortable, a basic bowl of shit, hold my own, I own my dick, go shalom, unpredictable, and roll with the clickable with big clips. I don't feel elevated when I came in and be claiming the seeds, I don't care about being famous and shit, I was a bad little never had, nigga, get the bag, give it back to my fanboy, I am who I am, hope on get in the jam and the jam, had a dream of eating lamb and the lamb, in the label come my fam with the ram, like Martin, Gina, Cole, Tommy, and Pam, start scheming, boy, you die,
All right, can I be honest for a moment?
Let's go, man.
All right, let me keep it a buck. I didn't fucking like this album, especially not at the beginning.
What the fuck? I
didn't like it at all.
Edit that out.
No,
He didn't say that.
Keeping it a buck. I did not like this shit. I was like, you sound irrelevant as fuck. Like, why? Why are you even here? Then the second day, I kept listening. And then I got on the track and I was like, oh, this wasn't too bad. Third day, oh, this isn't too bad. Fourth day, fifth day. So it was an album that when I first walked into it, I did not like this shit at all. I didn't like his first album he did. I forgot the name. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I didn't like that shit either. It took me a moment for this to actually grow on me. And to something Tut said earlier, we've been fed with this water hose of content this year so much, and coinciding with what you said about 2018, so much hip hop has come forth that it's so hard to digest that shit because you get hit with a new fucking album. I did not like this shit at first. I like it more now. I'm probably 50-50 on the table. I'll dive deeper, but that's my initial reactions. Tut, how you feeling?
I tend to agree. It's one of those albums where, and I told you we talked off stage that I've listened to it, I've heard it several times. I don't know if I've truly digested it all the way. And again, it just goes to so much good content out there, so much good music. But you're right, the first time I heard it, I was a little lukewarm response. And as I heard it a couple more times, just, I tend to put the albums on as I drive to work. And that's when I can kind of really digest it more. And I did really like the album once I heard it. But it didn't catch me initially. And luckily, there was a little bit of a lull for me in that water hose of music where I was able to go back to it. But there's been so many albums this year where if you don't catch me on that first listen, if you don't grab me by the shirt, it's something, a song, a concept, I'll forget. And it'll just be in the phone. And I got like 1 billion gigabytes on my phone, so it'll just sit there. Like a straight guy, it'll just sit there. So I did grow into it, I did like it. And like I said, luckily I did have that lull to do that.
Okay.
Everybody's staring at you.
I know, it's kind of weird. I obviously loved his album, first listen and all. Really because of Off These. That was one of our track of the weeks a couple of weeks ago.
Yep. You fought for that one.
I didn't have to fight too much. I just said, hey, I never give my actual one that I just grow with y'all. These two fight over track of the week, and I'm the referee. I use the word referee. G.
No, that works.
That worked because I really was.
Spot on,
but this was the one. This is the one where I was like, "Ain't nobody giving no suggestions. We need Off These as track of the week," because it was just so captivating. It was repetitive. It was cool. I mean, like, listen to it in the background. It's just him spitting. Even though I'm a little confused at times, is he trying to mimic Kendrick Lamar or is he inspired by Kendrick Lamar? Because even sometimes when he has J. Cole on the track, sometimes he kind of sounds like J. Cole. And in a society now where we don't care that everyone sounds the same, hence a lot of mumble rappers, thank you Young Thug and Lil Wayne for that shit. It becomes an issue of, if you think about the 90s, if you sounded just like another rapper, you weren't getting that love, right? 90s hip hop was hard. Yeah, like you don't have somebody who sounded like Busta Rhymes. You don't have somebody who sounds like Jay-Z or Biggie. I mean, granted, I feel like he kind of took a little Big L swag, but that's a whole nother question, another topic. But today, it's kind of like we embrace people that kind of sound the same, but in this way, he doesn't sound like he's mimicking them. He just sounds like he's inspired by them. So as a collective, this album, every track was a banger. I loved every topic, every track, literally. I like every track. I don't know if this is top 10 worthy. I guess you're gonna have to wait. It's
gotta be if you
every track, man.
Yeah.
No, but like literally, I haven't skipped one track. since I've listened to it because I like it. I love the production. I love the different topics that he's talking about. I love his features. I feel like everything cohesively goes well together. Maybe I'm giving JID a lot of love, too much love. But again, he was XXL freshman cover, and he's one out of the two out of everybody on that album that I was like, him and Steph Ladon, they the best, and they are gonna be fire because he's a lyricist from Georgia, from the area where everyone is doing that, snap, lean with it, rock with it.
Damn.
I mean, come on.
Bodying people.
I mean,
I like that.
but I like it. I like it. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much.
No, you
Yeah,
straight.
I like
This
it.
your show. Shit.
You heard that.
It's funny because the more we get to the left side of the table, the more light gets shine on the project, right? Because I'm cool with it. On first listen, I'm cool with it. I like somebody who could spit. I like somebody who can flip words and just got wordplay bananas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing a full album of Busta Rhymes being on Chris Brown's track. What was that track where Busta just flipped it on?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Tap, let's go.
Yeah.
So, he has that ability to flow like that for a whole track,
Yeah.
The other thing that I started thinking about today, as far as when we review songs and review albums, is, we tend to live in our time.
Very much so.
You have a time in your head. You have a time in yours, Tut. You have a time in yours, Layla, even though yours tend to
Did you just
move crazy. But, we all got this time that we're in mentally, and that's what ends up happening is when we start comparing albums and songs, we're comparing them for people in our time or songs in our time. If you pause on that for just a moment and you think about where the game is right now and what's been happening in the game over the last, let's just call 5 years, right? That's why JID is so special in a sense, because when his first album came out, trash. Well, to me, I felt it was trash. On first listen, you sound way too much like Kendrick. I ain't fucking with you. And then I started hearing him on joints that he was doing with Earth Gang, and I was like, okay.
Like the kid.
And you
okay,
right. And you like Earth Gang.
Okay. Still not fucking with you, but okay. And then to sit and ride through this, again, fucking around, driving through traffic and work here in Houston. Y'all know how we do. But there was only one song on here that I would have done without out of the whole project. The only thing that shakes me a little bit is when I start hearing DJ Drama's verse throughout the album. That fucks me up, because now I'm like, hey, are we dealing with an album? Are we dealing with a mixtape? What are we dealing with? And then to kind of put the icing on the cake, for my opinion, it's not a mistake that he's getting a worldwide distribution deal, because motherfuckers are seeing from here moving forward.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a mistake that No ID is now fucking with JID and they're working on a project together. You see what I'm saying? Because they're looking at it from here moving forward. And he's coming out of Atlanta. He's not snapping. He's not mumbling. He's not.
He's in that big crip mind, almost where you come from the South, and he's a lyricist, and it's
right.
Like, it's different, and it's actually really awesome.
It's refreshing.
Right,
It's
refreshing. And as far as his label mates, he's sitting in a good position right now. And at the end of the day, as long as you're improving, we're good. Especially when you're getting money, you got to improve when you're getting money.
True that.
Right?
True that.
Right.
And when you're getting money, you got to learn how to manage it and keep on top of that.
I do.
And on that note, this portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33%, or more than 77 million of Americans, don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshops near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Duck, motherfucker, duck! Hit him again! Hit him again! You ain't hitting him again fast enough, man. You can't hit him again.
Man, we ain't trying to get 5-0 called over on us.
Craziness.
Shit.
So, one of my favorite tracks on here, I realized that our main man Masego was on the sax on this fucking track, and then I saw BJ the Chicago Kid.
Oh, that's one of my favorite tracks.
And I was like, what's going on here? Then I saw, and then I think Cole was a part of the production as well.
He has a
tweaked the knob too.
I was
behind
like,
him.
this shit is fire. Let me let this shit rock out. And this is Strawberries. Let this rock out for a little bit.
Talking about the ladies and whatnot.
My girl booty soft and shaped like a strawberry. Her pussy ball with a tat like Stephon Marbury. Carry all my dirt to the grave, I'm the pallbearer. Bury all of my sins, staring out of the bins. Gone off weed, gone off hand, gone with the wind. Gone with the pretty long hairs with the fairy skin. Yelling in her face and she repeated like a parrot. And apparently she gon' keep yelling at me, I'ma never win. Where your ass was at when I was sleeping on the couch and in the whip? Probably with another nigga, on another nigga dick. I'm on another tip. My skin so tense, strength on strength. 1
Here for
on
this.
10 against me.
But look at the range.
Yeah.
Look at off these in comparison to this.
Yeah. Night and day.
Like, come on, man. This
And-
kid
and
is
that's
going somewhere, man.
important. When you're an MC, I think this is why I get so much side eye when I talk about, Busta and Luda being in my top, because for me and Lil Wayne is yeah, keep biting your lip.
I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
just
3.
listening.
She only got 2 more to burn the house down with.
But what? We're supposed to be birthday twins, bro.
We are.
Anyway, my point in saying that was, for me, one of the most important factors was cadence and how you're able to switch up on different tracks. And there's a lot of dope rappers, don't get me wrong, that have that same lane that they stay in.
Yep.
But let's be honest, I can't listen to an entire Zero album. I'll shoot myself. You feel me? So when I hear an artist who can switch it up here and there, and don't get me wrong, I love me some goddamn Zero. But my point is, I have to listen to him in moderation. With these type of artists, I don't have to listen to him in moderation. Let the whole damn album play, because I don't know when I'm gonna. Well, if it's my first listen, I'm not gonna know what I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get fast JID? Am I gonna get slow down JID? Regardless, he's a lyricist. He on dope ass beats and production. And his cadence is fire. Like, that's what I appreciate about
Can
an
we get
artist.
Cole on some of that production? I just want to put it out there. That was my biggest issue with Cole, is his production. He's falling in that Nas category. I said it last time, I said it again. He's falling in that Nas category. His production, Nas's ear for beats is terrible. Like,
That's
kinda
fact.
and I feel like J. Cole trying to keep everything in house. But my big question was, and I don't want to derail the topic. My big question was, would you sign in this day and age? Would you sign to an artist? Like, is J. Cole gonna have the time to push a JID like he needs to?
Well, I think the question becomes, what's the infrastructure behind J. Cole? What's the infrastructure of Dreamville that he's created? How business savvy is he to put mechanisms in place to ensure artists that do get signed are properly handled, versus him having to puppet master a situation? Because
Right.
no artist should have to do that, right? You build an industry and a business, you would make the assumption in him following under the footsteps of Jay that he has the proper guidance and coaching on the back end, but who knows?
Okay. So this is blasphemy. We love Hove. Who did Hove make? Like, who did Hove make a star?
Young Guns.
Who did make? Who did Hove?
on one
Who did
today,
Hove
kid.
make a star? I mean, I look at maybe Meek didn't fit in
Right.
MMG.
Perhaps.
That didn't work. Staley didn't work. Meek was
Staley
there.
was dope too.
He was,
Yeah,
exactly.
he
He
is
was there.
dope, man. Shout
I
out
mean,
to
look
him.
at
He's dope. Shout out
Tip.
to Ohio.
Tip. I mean, maybe Young Dro, but the rest of them, man, Ludacris. I mean, it's constantly fed over the years. It's constant fed. Now, Coach K. Down now, I know it's not. We don't like that at the Boom Bap, and I'll rock with either.
I'm with you.
But Coach K does it, but he's doing it as a management, right? Migos, Cardi, the City Girls, the Little Baby, one of them damn kids who rap that and shit. But I'm saying, like, I'm almost looking at it like, would you sign at this point? Would you? It's just been so many people where I look at it like, I wouldn't know if I'd sign to an artist, because I do feel like JID could run into this. You look up and he's stagnant. He's
He's Wale.
as somebody would say,
Man,
he's an
I wanna
84
jump
overall on.
Don't
He started
say
creative
Wale.
player. He stayed at
Let me
84
jump into
overall.
this. Let me jump into
Don't
this. Let me
say
jump
Wale.
into this. Let me get this one. Two things. Dreamville has been doing a pretty good job as far as their rollouts. I mean, let's think about it. We reviewed 2 Baz albums.
Yep.
We know about the first JID album.
Yep.
And he's been spoon feeding us Earth Gang from the beginning.
Yeah, we talked about
So,
Cos.
right-
We talked about
right,
Even
we
on
talked about the
on
Cos.
Soul Food. They talk about Ari Lennox. So I mean,
Right.
Dreamville's working.
Right. So their rollouts are hitting the right
got a
people
question
pretty
after
much
this.
at the right time.
Okay.
So I got to give him that. And then on top of that, like, it's also based on budget. You know, we don't really know if as a label they have the budget to put into all these different acts at the same time.
then they shouldn't
That's
be
why
getting so many
no,
different
no. Hold up. That's why the smart thing that they do is when one go on tour, we all go on tour.
Very true.
They should.
Very
You know what
They
I'm
don't
saying?
do that?
So,
Yeah,
no,
no,
they
they
do
Oh,
do
okay,
that.
yeah.
They do that. So, you know, that's one thing. Another thing also, and you're absolutely right. Jay doesn't have the credit of making stars, but
Yeah.
you got to give him the credit for J. Cole. You got to give him the credit for Rihanna as
Kanye.
well. When he was at Def Jam, he got that deal done with Rihanna. When he was at Def Jam, he signed Jeezy. Jeezy was signed by Jay and by L.A.
know that.
Reid. You see what I'm saying?
He signed Ross too, right? Didn't he sign
Yeah,
Ross?
he signed Ross, and so did L.A. Reid. So it's like Jay was bringing them in, and L.A. Reid was signing off on them.
that's
You know what I'm
dope. I
saying?
didn't know
So
that.
as far as making stars, what Jay does is he puts you in a position for you to go get it yourself.
Yeah.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So would I sign to a label that was ran by an artist? I don't really know, because at the end of the day, let's keep it real. The motherfuckers who's banging in the street and moving units right now is Dreamville, is TDE, is QC,
Yeah, QC,
right?
Quality Control.
Who else we got?
It's getting a little after that. It's getting a little.
I had a
Look,
screenshot and I
it's
got rid of
right.
it, and I took that
He couldn't make-
OVO.
he couldn't make-
OVO's
He
Well-
couldn't make Bleak a star though. I'm just playing.
Bleak couldn't make
I
himself
like,
a
and you
star.
know what? I like Bleak.
Yo, Jay,
I love
Jay
Bleak.
gave.
I know he spoon fed Bleak. I was
Jay
just joking.
gave
I'm just
Bleak
joking.
Dear Summer and still couldn't move no fucking units.
That's so fucking funny.
No shout out to
Who
Brooklyn.
would y'all? But who would y'all prefer between? Because I posted this in the Layla E group on Facebook before.
Layla, we out of time.
TDE.
I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Quick
just
question.
I'm just playing.
You don't do ream like that.
Just playing.
Oh, you don't do ream like
Name
that.
Oh,
Oh.
Nah, he's got
I was just joking.
I'm about to headlock you or something. No, but TDE or Dreamville. Who, if you had an opportunity to sign
I've
with one
always
of them, who would you
so
go?
here's ironically I've always leaned more Dreamville, so I think I would. I love the musical
You have the
ear.
ear,
I love the
yeah.
sonic vibrations that I get out of Dreamville more so than on the TDE side.
TDE
personally.
is everything that Death Row was supposed to be. I'm signing the TDE.
I
hear
would
that.
sign to TDE.
Yeah.
You almost made me say Ted. What about you, King Tut?
I gotta go TDE. I feel like their stars are more noticeable. I feel like their bodies of work are a little bit stronger at this point. I feel like they have a smaller roster, and I think
And
that's
it's doable.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a 5-man team. This is how
Yeah.
Not-
that's more than that, but I'm
and
just saying
woman.
it feels like that.
But you know what? And they've had a couple of people come and go too. You know, I forget. I see the album cover. It's a drawing of a drop top car and the kid is floating. He had one good song and there was a fucking rap after that.
Was it? Is Absol
was-
still
No,
there?
Absol's still there, but it's
Okay.
not Absol.
Okay.
It's another dude that they signed.
I don't know.
And like I said, his album.
It just came to me. He uses like his real last name.
Yeah.
I just can't think of what it is off the top of my head.
You got
But
a
I
computer.
remember.
Google.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. But yeah, I hear that.
So you know they've had a and it's no disrespect, man. We just telling y'all what y'all need to hear. They had a dud of an artist, and that's why there's no second album, and that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll put you in a position. Isaiah something.
Isaiah Rashad.
Isaiah
I didn't
Rashad,
know
yeah.
Lance
I actually liked
Skywalker was over at TDE.
See?
I didn't know Sir was at TDE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shout out to
Sir.
Sir. He's
Sir.
dope.
As
Sir's
fuck.
real dope.
Yeah.
Sir's
fuck.
dope as fuck. Have y'all listened to a Lance Skywalker album yet?
No.
Nah.
It's on a whole nother level.
No, I have.
Ooh,
He cool.
That Skywalker shit is fire. I'll play some after the
I
show.
actually think you talked about him on one of the
Yeah, it's
episodes.
fucking
You did.
fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a great question. Man.
Oh, now it's a good question. You peeped that?
Man, yo,
I ain't
fun.
giving you no more love on Snapchat with your fit and shit.
I'm sorry. I'm
listen,
sorry.
man, fire episode.
Yeah.
King Tut, salute to you, sir. Thank you for taking some extra time out for us.
Hey, listen, man. I told G Hawkins this. Listen, he invited me up. The family invited me up. The first time I had an amazing time. You know what I'm saying? And then here I came, chop it on my boy Reem. We wasn't there last time, and situation happened. And this is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? At least now I can talk to Gary at his place of work. Because when I see him out and about, Gary be trying to get his kicking on, and I'll be in the hey, yo, let's talk about the hip hop joint, and he be looking at me like, listen, he's just a nice guy, so he let me get my bars off for a few minutes, and he be like, yo, I'm gonna be back, and he just never show back up. So.
That didn't happen, no. My bad.
No
That
shade,
is so
no shade, no
It wasn't
shade.
intentional.
But
No
he's
shade.
making it up because all of us unanimously stated we wanted King Tut to be
Indeed.
at our end of year top 10 special
I
show.
like the way you rolled that out.
No
like
question.
seriously.
No
So
doubt.
man, salute to
Yeah.
none of us
Yeah.
even said, like, all of us literally were like, well, who should be a guest? And all of us was like, King Tut.
Tut.
Like, that's not even me exaggerating.
Yes,
So we
indeed.
appreciate you because you're dope as fuck.
So for those tuned in, top 10 2018, That Boom Bap, December 27th. We at the table gonna rock it out. Plus the main man, King Tut, will be in the building. Live show, live audience. Shit's gonna be fire. Fuck around and be a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss this shit.
And
at
if you
all.
want to have any clue on how we get down, man, just hop on the website www.thesphere.tv. Go back in our channel or whatever you want to call it, and check out the last 2 top 10 things we did.
Yep.
Matter of fact, we did a part 2 to our first season.
Yeah, we had
didn't
to break it up into 2 episodes.
Yeah. So
last time we just rolled that shit all the way out. King Tut, let the good people know where they can reach you, sir.
They can reach me at Instagram. It's DJ_King_Tut. That's T.U.T. Twitter is DJ King Tut. That's T.U.T. All one word. So hit me up anywhere. Follow me. I'm around in Houston. Holla at your boy.
That's what's up. Laylee, where can the good people reach you at, my dear?
You can find me. No, I was about to start singing. No, you can find me at
St. Louis rolling them dubs. I'm sorry.
Right.
you can find me Layla_E1 on IG and Snapchat. Also add me on the PSN network Southern Lay. I've been having like a lot of friend requests lately, and fuck y'all for shooting and killing me so damn fast. I don't like it. My aim kind of sucks, but whatever. Add me for GTA. Also join the Facebook group Layla_E. Where we talk so much shit. And I want to give a special shout out to a few people who are staying tuned. They're checking out the roster for Boom Bap. That's going to be Justin Dante Miller and Oscar Chachi. And a special shout out to G Hawkins, who always reminds me of the little things in life. Yeah. You like that?
Fire.
All right, so real quick, we out of town. We out of time. Yo, catch me on Instagram at Kareem.Sean, SHON. Shout out to Jaron Benton. I appreciate the like, sir. Shout out to Denmark Vesey. Thank you for your support. Twitter, that's it. At Reem Boom Bap. Holla at me, I holla back.
And last but not least, man, fuck it. Google me at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. I'm going to come up on Tinder, Bumble, all that shit. Every YouPorn, all Pornhub, all that shit. I'm everywhere. At G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins. You about to open Tinder
I
and
got
look?
my Tinder
I'm
set
just
for
joking.
under a mile. Let's see.
He's working.
I ain't gonna super like
Hey, man, like we always say around this time, rap
minus
lies
equals
hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's that boom bap. We'll see y'all next time, folks.
Yeah, that's
Peace.
crazy.